This is my Houndmaster.
Hello there.
And this is my Hound. And together I'd say we perform quite okay. So let me show you how we do this. Let's start with the talent trees. This is the Witch on the side. There won't be much change no matter what you're doing. The only thing that you can decide is if you want to rely more on tonics, then you take something like Just a Zip and eventually also Resilient to Darkness for a bit more sturdiness. Alternatively, you can remove those two and go in with Trap Card and Death Trap if you want to rely more on traps. On the Houndmaster side, however, there are some changes. There are different ways to play this. For single target, we will use this build, which has Pure Agony for critical damage on Quickdraw, and Reload, which reduces the cooldown of Quickdraw, together with Lethal Pursuit, which makes our Shadow Hounds faster if we use Shadow Rage. However, for multi-target, we're gonna remove Reload and Pure Agony to skill Dark Flock and Anguish for our AoE capabilities, together with the removal of Lethal Pursuit to skill Feast of Talents. Before we go into the rotation though, we have macros, 2 macros to be exact. We have our Burst macro, which shows us Surging Tonic and also activates it, together with Slayer's Mark as soon as we pop it, and 1/buff of our trinkets if available. And then we have our Pew Pew Macro. This is quite important because we have 2 abilities that can proc. We have Sixfold Shot and Quickdraw. The point of this macro is to cast Quickdraw immediately after Sixfold Shot channeled through to do some more damage before we go on with our rotation. Let's go into our single target rotation. We start off with our Burst macro, and as soon as we press this, our dog will also attack, together with Dark Regeneration to give ourselves some resources. Together with that, we're gonna start with Unleash the Hounds, Decimate, and Houndmaster's Call. However, if your target should be demon or undead, for the opener you go to the target and place your trap. Okay, let's go. You will be able to see here what I'm doing. We're going buff, Dark Regeneration, we do the Hounds, Decimate, and Houndmaster's Call. From here, we just start spamming Shadow Blast until we get procs of Quick Shot. As soon as we have Quick Draw, as soon as we have Quick Draw procs, we press it, and as soon as we have enough for Sixfold Shot, we press that as well. Unleash the Hounds will be our main priority together with Houndmaster's Call because they do the most damage, but weaving in Quick Shot instead of Shadow Blast is always a good thing. And that is basically the entire rotation. Through and you can also use Brand of the Profane, which will make the target weaker / will make it easier to hit it for everyone around us. And that's how we do a couple thousand of damage. And the multi-target rotation is so exciting and fun that I don't even want to explain it to you. So listen to me. We're gonna do the Burst, Dark Regeneration, we Unleash the Hounds, Decimate, Houndmaster's Call, and then we use Dark Flock. And as you can see, my Dark Flock starts progging, which means that now we'll be able to cast it 15% faster. So we're gonna cast Dark Flock, and then we're gonna cast Dark Flock. And you ask yourself, why is he not doing anything else? Because I could also be casting Dark Flock. Dark Flock is pretty much everything you want to do as your AoE rotation. You can see my damage is still going higher. Why is damage going higher? Because we're together with Dark Flock, by the way, we're running out of mana. That is the only downside of Dark Flock, but we can also drink tonics. We can also drink tonics to regenerate mana. And then we keep casting Dark Flock. We can also walk around, by the way. But why am I getting so much damage with Dark Flock? It's not only Dark Flock being Dark Flock and Dark Flock doing damage. No, we also have Feast of Talents. That as soon as we have 5 enemies, which we have here, we also have Explosions. And you can see not only Rampaging Hounds, which also does a lot of damage, by the way. So it's nice to at least keep up Unleash the Hounds. And Dark Flock do damage, but also Feast of Talent does at least 10% of our damage. And yeah, that is the AoE rotation of our Houndmaster. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all you need to know on how to play a Houndmaster. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day, and bye-bye.